I'm John, and tonight I want history about Black History Month. There's no stopping us now because we're live.
I'm John Thompson.
I'm John A. Vink.
I'm Keith Stattenfield.
I'm Loretta Beavers.
I'm A.J. Minnick.
I'm Jennifer Sim.
I'm Jim too.
I'm Bobby Chastain. These stories tonight on John Wants Answers.
John wants answers. John wants answers. Give John answers. Give John answers. John wants answers. John wants answers. Give John answers now.
Check your calendar. If it says March 10th, 2022, then we're live. Our special guest tonight, Hence Singleton.
Hello, folks. It is now February 38th, and we are here live for you with this extension of February.
Yes.
Black History Month.
Black History Month, February.
We're going to talk about
We'll keep going. We're on CP time.
it. Yeah, Chinese people time. Colored people time.
Hence Singleton, I've known you for about a year.
Yes.
We met because, you know, we're in the business, in the entertainment business. We met on the set of the TV show Insecure.
Yes, we
Remember
did.
that? I have photos of us on the show. So here's a picture of me. Let's see the picture of me on Insecure.
So insecure that they're not going to show it.
It's there. They have it. I know they do. That is not it.
You're pretty blue.
Did a blue scene. Okay.
Wait a minute.
You see that
fuzzy.
You see that blurry guy in front? That's me. I'm wearing the same jacket tonight as I was in that show. I did a wonderful performance. And then you're in the same scene.
Yes, I was.
So let's take a look at Hence in that same scene. There you are. You're not that guy.
Not the guy with the beard. I'm the guy with the awesome shoulder.
Look at that
Look
shoulder.
at that massive, muscular shoulder next to the beard.
From the back.
Oh.
That is how you show a shoulder.
That's exact. Look at the muscle. Look
I've
at the
seen
muscle
other guys
definition in it.
try and show shoulders on this show. Nothing compares to you.
Nothing like that. Chiseled cut. Exquisite.
And then after this, we were together in a play called Airness. Airness.
The top play in Los Banos.
Los Banos,
Los Banos.
California. Very hot. It's a very hot place in California. if you
Bathroom
didn't
of
know.
the state.
So here's a picture of us on Airness.
Look at that dude.
There's
boy.
me in an XS t-shirt. Now you were playing Golden Thunder
Yes, I am.
with the gold pants.
Yes.
Best part of the show because
I was right.
your first musical number, they got torn off.
No, second musical number.
Second musical number.
That was the Bon Jovi thing. You guys just see me rip my
That was
pants off.
No, it was the Billy Idol.
Billy Idol. Bon
Billy
Jovi.
Idol.
Oh my God. My bad.
And then one time you tore apart too much, if I recall correctly.
Oh yeah, I tore off my yeah.
There was three
Charles.
layers of tearing off clothing. And I think one of the layers you kind of went too far or it stuck
Caught my thumb.
and more came off than we were hoping for,
Yeah.
anticipating.
Our
So-
director, boy, was he shocked.
So that's how I met Hence in the acting world. And told me a lot of stories about growing up. Like, for example, who taught you how to play guitar?
My dad taught me how to play guitar, but he was taught by his grand uncle, who is a famous blues player, goes by the name of Muddy Waters.
Muddy Waters.
Not rivers, not streams, water.
So you're a blood relative of
Yes.
Muddy Waters.
From what they keep telling me, I'm forced to be. Yes.
Can you play like him? Is it in the genes?
No.
Or no?
No, but my brother, I have a middle brother that plays like Hendrix. This
Oh,
guy
really?
is incredible. I couldn't play with myself. With both hands free.
Did Muddy Waters ever show you tips on how to play?
No, I was too young.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, my brothers, I'm the youngest of 6 in my family, so the majority of them grew up in Chicago where all the action was happening. So they took me to Milwaukee where there was no action happening.
Well, you know.
So my sisters and brothers got to meet all the blues, got to meet all those guys. Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf, Little Junior Wells. They used to hang out in, bars and clubs and my father was one of the luckiest people in the world to hang out with all those people.
Was your father a musician?
Wannabe.
Wannabe.
Yeah. He could play, but he never took it serious. He a lot more than he played. So
Which is common for the time, from what I understand.
yeah, it was hard back then. It's the hardest times in 29. So there's a lot of stuff going on.
So how far back can you trace your family's history in the United States?
Oh, man. I'd say till about the 1800s. Arkansas.
Oh, so before 1850.
A little bit.
So-
So they were sharecroppers, so they were some of the first ones. I still haven't found my grandfather's family yet, so I'm still looking for, them, the ones that came over on the boat.
Oh, okay.
So somebody had to. They're probably rowing it. Like Hawaii 5-0.
So in Arkansas, what kind of work did they have to do there? Do you know?
Sharecropper.
So,
My grandfather, my dad's father, was one of the first black people to raise soybeans, cotton, some other crap on their land. So, but yeah, they were some of the first ones.
so after the Civil War, did they stay in Arkansas or did they leave?
No, they stayed. They stayed for a while. My father and them didn't come north until I want to say the late 40s or 50s.
So your father was the first generation to.
Yes, to migrate up. From what I know.
Uh-huh.
So I've been doing a lot of ancestry and 23andMe because I want to know where I come from. And boy, did I find out a lot of stuff. Woo! Because I used to think it was a divide between African black people and American black people, but African black people don't like us at all.
Oh no?
Zero.
What have you heard about
They say we're taboo.
taboo?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Okay, I'll give you an example. I used to be an exotic dancer back in the early 80s and 90s.
Okay.
I was dancing in Chicago. Me and a friend of mine, his name is Pretty Boy, my name is Babyface. And he's about dark as this tablecloth
Okay.
right here. No joke. His name is Frank. And we get to this house and he knocks on the door. We get ready to go in. And the guy tells Frank, oh, you can go in. And he says, you got to stay here. I'm like, why? I'm part of the entertainment. He's like, yeah, but you're not dancing for our women. I'm like, why not? He said, you're too light-skinned. You're taboo. I'm like, what? So I got paid for doing nothing, but I had to stand outside. Like, they wouldn't let me in the house. I felt like one of their pets, man. It was like, holy cow. But yeah, they do not like American black people because they say we're spoiled. We were brought over here and we were treated like kings.
Feel like king?
Yeah.
I'm not
like-
the history I remember reading.
Not any of the history I remember seeing. I've seen roots. I've seen a guy get his foot cut off that tried to run away. Like, come on, man.
So were they saying somewhere in the lineage between your ancestors coming from Africa that someone made to do with a white lady? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah. It's they're saying that we're lazy. We don't do any work. How in the hell did this country get built? I mean, it was us, Chinese people, Mexicans, because they screwed the Mexicans over. Hell, they put up a fence and said, y'all can't play no more.
Uh-huh.
That's horrible.
This was Mexico originally.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know that part down there where they put the border fence up? Those Mexicans on the other side of the fence got stuck. So they can't come over here. And this used to be their land. Can you imagine?
So where did you grow up?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
And the funniest thing about that, my mother-in-law, first generation Chinese, think every black person is from Africa. Because I told her I was taking my wife to my family reunion in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And she's like, she was like shocked. We came back. She's like, wow, you guys are back awful quick. I'm like, yeah. She says, not as far as China, huh? I'm like, no. She said, what part of Africa is Milwaukee in? I'm like, this lady is crazy. And she was dead serious. She looked at me and waited for an answer. I'm like, it's in the Midwest, connected to this country. And she looked at me with this blank look on her face. I'm like, wow, your mom is just different.
Was there a big black population where you grew up?
Actually, where I grew up, it was a very mixed area. Black, white, Hispanic, Asians, Italians, everything.
What
So-
city were you in?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee? Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, a lot of the race stuff that, you know, everybody's talking about, I didn't really grow up with, because our neighborhood, everybody in our block was somebody different. So,
It's so diverse. So
yeah,
no one
we
really,
grew up with diversity.
No one
so,
really thought of it.
you know, when somebody called me, you know, the N-word, I'm like, okay, where'd that come from? Because I've never heard it, you know, around, you know, all my friends and stuff until we picked up the slang of just, you know, calling each other that, you know. But it's it's just weird, man. It's like a lot of people that grew up in the inner city, now their upbringing is totally different than mine, because, you know, I can look at, you know, how they were brought up and how I was brought up. I'm like, well, I have both my parents in the house. Some don't. You know, some people say I'm lucky because I had both my parents in the house. I don't think so. You can't get away with nothing. You got one parent, you know, you can, hey, you know, mom ain't gonna never know. But the worst thing you can always hear from your mom is, wait till your daddy get home.
Oh yeah, I had that.
Yeah, it didn't want to wait for him to get home, man. It's, you know, your whole day is messed up, and they tell you that 6 o'clock in the morning, right after breakfast. Wait till your daddy get home. I heard about what you did at school. Until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, man. It's, oh God, I'm gonna die.
So were you in the burbs of Wisconsin growing up?
I lived on the east side. I would say it was not the hood, but it was not a suburb. You know, it was, I would say, a nice middle class, up and coming middle class area. You know, look at it now, it looks like crap, but you know, it's where I came from. I'm proud of where I've come from. You know, I love going back home, visit. Don't like to stay, but you know, I go and visit, leave quick as I can. But it's a nice place to visit.
Now, when did you move from there?
96, February 11th, 2:45 a.m. Sorry, I had to get out of here.
That's the moment you decided.
No, that's when I was on the road.
The road.
The moment I decided, I was like, man, it's time to go. Because I look at life like I can't live there, be raised there, and then die there. There's no adventure.
Right.
I like adventure. So came out here.
Did you go straight from there to Oakland?
No, I went straight from, the whole thing started off as either New York or California. Boom. Burlingame.
Burlingame.
So I wind up coming to Burlingame, the first place I had ever came in California besides, you know, on my own. Now, with my family, Southern California, because that's where I was supposed to be because of comedy. But I came up here, stayed at the Embassy Suites, woke up, looked over the bay and said, I'm staying. And I've been here ever since. So I travel doing comedy, but Oakland is my home base. So
Okay. Now Oakland. So I'm in San Jose. Now Oakland is different diversity than San Jose. Would you say?
you can see. It's, well, you know, some places are the same, some places are not. It's just like anywhere else. You know, Oakland got its rough parts, then it has its rougher parts. You know, San Jose has its rough parts, and then it has its nice parts. Oakland doesn't have some of those.
It doesn't have the nice parts.
No. They have rougher, nice parts.
Okay.
So, you know, you can get jumped over here, and then they might help you over here and then jump you again.
So, where is it easier being a black person? In Wisconsin or Burlingame or Oakland?
Actually, the West Coast is a lot easier in this day and age. Now, when I was growing up, I didn't have really didn't have any racial problems back home, you know, growing up.
You said you're in a very diverse area.
Yeah.
So everyone's different.
And even because I went to school on the South Side, you know, because our city is broken up because all the Hispanics lived on the South Side, you know, blacks and whites lived on the north and east side. So when we integrated schools, you know, you had everybody mixing with everybody, and I think that was the best thing that could have happened, because that way everyone gets to learn about somebody else. Because
Right.
you know, like you said, 10 years it was just you and another white guy up here doing this, but now look in this day and age, there's a white guy and a black guy sitting here on John Wants Answers
Now.
talking about Black History Month.
Making progress. We're making progress.
Exactly. And all you people out there, Go hug a black person. They won't rob you. I didn't say an African person. I said a black person.
Okay.
There's a difference.
Wait, the African will rob you?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know much about them. I just know they don't like me, and I don't care.
Okay, so I'm living in San Jose, and I don't see racism happening. Now, is that because I'm a white person and because racism doesn't happen to me?
No, racism is everywhere. I mean, it all depends on how observant you are. I mean, because it could be something real subtle, or it can be right in your face.
Do you see racism all the time, every day?
Yes, I do, because I'm a comedian. I mean, because I'm an observational person. I look at everything. And racism is not just black and white, black and yellow, black and brown. It's everything. I mean, midgets or little people, you know, they get all up in arms because somebody's, tell them that, hey, man, you got a short attention span, or, you're short on this, or, they get offended. But, I lost my train of thought. Because I'm trying not to laugh at what I'm talking about, because I'm actually trying to be serious with you and, give you your answers you want.
I was asking, is there still racism?
Yeah, I was still on that part, but, it's...
Like in California, we like to think we're, the progressive part of the United States.
Hell no.
No?
California is a big melting pot. We have everything here, but people are getting in their own way, trying to get out of their way. And what I mean by that is they want to give the perception that I'm not racist, but yes, when you turn your back, you got all these names coming at you. So the easiest way not to be racist is go hang out with somebody that's not your race. Just go, learn something. Take the time out instead of what you perceive about a certain group of people. Because hell, I see some black people and I go, "Ooh, man, I wouldn't go around them niggas at all." I mean, and I'm black. I'm a big black guy, because the first thing that people see, like, all right, check this out. Usually when I go into Target over by my house, security guards, I get the best, walk around the store, because I have a security guard with me at all time. If I need something, he's right there to answer my questions. Now, if I go into like a Walmart or Target in an all black neighborhood, nobody's going to follow me.
No service, no customer service.
Nothing. I mean, I had a cashier walk away from me when I went to go buy something. I'm going to hang out with my friend. I'll be right back. And she left me at the counter. I mean, and we're black. That's black on black crime right there. So you'll find more racists of their own people than other people, because you'll find more black people in some ways will put more black people down if they see something going further than the other people. Same thing with white people, same thing with Hispanics, everybody. It's a natural thing that most people don't want to see other people doing better. But when you ask somebody, now this is the part that really kills me, and my wife will tell you this. Now, all the racism we see out here, you've seen all this stuff during the Trump days. They're like, oh, you black person, nigger, that now, hunky cracker, and all that stuff, okay? But as soon as there's a natural disaster, tornado, Joplin tornadoes, or all that stuff that happened over in Oklahoma and stuff like that, all those tornadoes that happened, where was the racism then? I seen blacks, whites, everybody helping each other. That would have been a perfect time to go, oh, I'm not helping you, I'm not, all that crap. But as soon as what is racism? Is it, I pick and choose when I want to be a racist? Because when there's a natural disaster, there's no racism. I mean, like when Katrina happened, you seen all those people that got screwed over by New Orleans. Blacks, whites, Hispanics, everybody on that bridge together. I mean, they probably had fights and stuff later on, but everybody was together. You don't see all this stuff when a natural disaster happened, but when it's regular day-to-day stuff, you can't walk up to the average person, hey, how you doing? Because I've tried it. Just on a regular day, I was walking down the street and I said, I'm going to say hi to everybody I see walking past me. Black, white, Hispanic, doesn't matter. I walked past this black lady. I said, hey, ma'am, how you doing? She said, I don't have no change. I was like, what? I'm at Kaiser picking up some medication. white lady standing in front of me. I said, hey, ma'am, how's your day going? She cuffed her purse and walked to the back of the line. I said, why the hell would I want to even speak to anybody? I'm just saying hi. I'm not asking for anything. I'm just being cordial. You know, I'm having a great day. I want to see if you're having a great day. So I speak to people, you know. As a comedian, you know, if I go in a bar and I ask for something to drink, I go in, first thing I ask for, do you have Coke? They go, yes. I said, powder or liquid? And they look at me like, huh? And then I say, powder or liquid? And then they'll just sit there and then they go, oh, Coke. It's like people are so afraid to just be, you know, everything has an ulterior motive. Oh, he asked me for Coke. I got some in my pocket, or I got some in liquid. You know, everybody takes life too serious. I mean, you gotta put your guard down and go have some fun. You gotta take a chance. I mean, like, I met an Indian guy, an old white guy, a middle-aged white guy, a white guy with his own way of living life, and one crazy girl. And we all came together to do a play. And we did that play. We worked our butts off, and we're all from all different walks of life. Didn't know each other from dirt.
Right.
And we went in there and put together a great kick-ass show that no one's ever seen. Except for if you're in that hot barn.
I think 35 people saw it on a hot August 8th night.
Man.
Sweating their
chicken testicles off. We're in a barn.
All right, I want to talk about words I can't say.
The N-word, yes.
Well, there's more words. We'll get to that one. Don't worry. Start of the show, I said, well, we're on CP time. And someone told me I can't say that.
Why not?
Now, CP time, as far as I know, is a segment on The Daily Show. It's for the culture, is what they say. And they talk about, you know,
culture protecting time. CPT.
But someone else said it means colored people time.
Well, you're not saying black. You're not saying the N-word. So why should they worry?
That's what I'm saying. I think it means that colored people are often late.
So are white people.
Yeah.
I see them late all the time.
I know this guy.
I used to manage a tire shop.
Chris, he was late all the time to everything. Okay. So you're saying I can say CP time, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay. The N-word.
Which one? Nice, nasty, no.
I'm not going to tell you which word it is because I can't even say it.
Spell the first three letters. Could be Niagara.
No, it's not that word.
Nitrogen.
Ends in an R, begins in an N, and you've said it. During this episode, you've said it already. Now, I can't say it, and I'm not saying I want to say it.
All depends on how you say it.
Like, I would never want to call someone that because I know it's intended to be a hurtful word.
Well, I call white people that all the time.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Little reverse, you know.
Now, there's another word for gay people, and it's a bad word, fag. You'd never want to call a gay person fag.
But are you talking about a cigarette?
I'm not.
Because those are fags.
Now, I can say the word.
See,
fag.
I don't understand fag, though, because fag's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Fag's been calling fags for a long fag time. I mean, the fag has been the feature fag word of fags.
Now, we can say the word fag. We don't want to call someone a fag. We can say the word fag.
Well, hey, you fag.
That's on you, not me. So.
Well, there's nobody right there.
I'm saying that even though I can say that word, I cannot say the N-word the way I can say fag.
Well, all depends, because there are protective societies and there are protective things. And I happen to be eavesdropping on my wife's diversity training class, and they were asking, when is it appropriate to use the N-word? I said mainly when they're not around, but you know. But there are times that you are forced to use it.
When would you be forced to use it?
In traffic. Road rage bouts.
I would not be forced to use it.
But
no
see,
times.
the word is a broad word, and it's not. It shouldn't only be used just to point out a black person, because it means ignorance. Ignorance has no color.
That's what it means.
Yeah.
Chris
But
Rock
see, but
had
like
a
I was
routine
saying-
where he said he loved black people,
But he hates those people.
Yes.
Yeah, those are different people. But that doesn't mean that they're only black. Because I know some white N-words. I know a lot of Hispanic N-words. And they use the word more than we do. But, where did my train of thought go? Because I had a good one for you. Because my wife's diversity training class, it's, I'm telling you, I'm listening to this stuff, dude. And all they talk about is how to protect someone's feelings from it. I mean, if you're going to use the word, you're going to use the word. I mean, no ifs, ands, or
I'm not
buts
gonna
about
use
it.
the word.
Anybody. I mean, even just in passing. I mean, it's just a word. What you elicit from the word gives it strength. What you take from it. Somebody go, well, because like the only class of people that's not protected are poor. Okay, the poor people. Rich people, protected class. Black people, protected class. Hispanics, protected class. But poor people are not protected. So if I said you poor N-word, then I'm good. Because poor people aren't protected. So you can say anything you want to about
So
poor
if they
people.
weren't black, you could call them the poor ends.
Yep. Or you can call them poor white ends. Or poor white or black ends or Hispanic ends. The whole thing is that poor people are not protected from nothing. So they get
They get
The
hit
shaft.
all the time.
so
All right, I have another question about words I can't use. So I'm always worried that there's going to be a word that I can't use that I didn't know I can't use. So, for example, years ago, I think it was 2005, this guy named Don Imus, radio shock jock, he got in trouble for calling some basketball players nappy-headed hoes. Now, it's not nice to call anyone a hoe. I understand that. But apparently, I guess the nappy-headed was the part that got him in real trouble. And I've never heard this expression before. And he said he heard it in like rap music. So he didn't know it was that bad to say.
I didn't comb my hair. My hair is nappy right now. So, like I said, it all depends on how. See, Don Imus said it. He's a shock jock, so they wanted to make an example out of him. But hell, Willie D called black chick bald head hoes. And that's a song that's from a famous rapper. Look him up, Willie D. He made a song called Bald Head Hoes. I know some bald head hoes. I'm telling you, son,
Is there a database?
it's a double standard. That's all it is.
Is there a database I can consult to know which words I shouldn't be saying?
Not saying nigga.com.
Wait, what?
That's my new website called notsayingnigga.com.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to say the word. I'm gonna try not to say the word for a whole day.
No. How's it coming along?
It's not.
I've seen your act, and it comes up a lot in your act.
No, it does not. No, it does not.
You don't think so?
I know so. I wrote my act.
I heard your act. And I was like,
said it
whoa,
one time because that guy was there trying to heckle.
I can't tell my friends what I heard here tonight.
Yes, you can. Go ahead. I'll give you permission.
Okay.
I'm sitting right next to you, so ain't no other black person gonna hurt you. You're. Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh man.
Shit,
See,
flip over here.
See, you got. All right.
They're on to
Thanks,
us.
man. Now the cops are here. Thanks.
Let's get out
You
of
gonna
here.
get me arrested? You gonna get me all the way out here? Now the cops are coming.
Wait, the iPad. And the phone.
I'm gonna take this chair because they're gonna say I stole it anyway.